Hello again, humans and everybody else. Time once again for Creepy Cheapies, where we look for the best deals, the best values in affordably priced Halloween masks. With me, Oldie McDusty Bones. Tonight's mask is from the Star Wars universe, and it looks a lot like this. I don't know how to correctly pronounce this character's name, okay? There seems to be like 4 different, I've heard SaeSee Tiin, SaeSee Tiin, SaeSee Tiin, SaeSee Tiin, Shawshank Redemption, I don't know. But it's spelled, 2 words, first word, S-A-E-S-E-E, SaeSee, SaeSee, something like that. Last name, Tin with 2 I's in it, T-I-I-N. And you know, I think I have a tin with 2 eyes in it in the lab. Maybe I should go get, no? Okay. Anyway, SaeSee Tiin, or SaeSee Tiin, or whatever his name is, was one of the Jedi. I know he's an Iktachi. I know that's his species. He's an Iktachi. This particular one, mask of him, has been in production ever since 2002 from the folks at Ruby's Costumes. Now, unfortunately, this one comes with a caveat. You know what a caveat is, right? One of those things you tie around your neck like a necktie. A caveat? No, not really. Anybody remember the 1970s when Dick Caveat was on television? No. This comes with a, shall we say, warning that the quality is all over the place with some of the Ruby's masks, so you can't be assured of getting one that looks as nice as this one, which is really a shame. These sell for the very low prices, like 30 to 40 bucks, really. And to imagine, for 30 bucks, if you can get a full head mask that's pretty decent quality latex, it has foam-filled solid horns here. It's full head, it has a small slit up the back, just a small one. But it's pretty impressively painted, not super detailed, but it must be admitted in fairness to Ruby's that the character in the movies and on the TV series, he's shown up in the Clone Wars show, I believe. But old SaeSee, or SaeSee here, doesn't really have a lot of detail even in the movies and on the show. But if you want to do, if you're good with an airbrush or even some makeup, you could add a little more detail to the face if you wanted to, getting a little bit more shading and that. But I seem to have gotten lucky and gotten a really nice looking copy of this guy from Ruby's. But I've seen others that are not nearly so nice, by which I mean the paint is not so good and sometimes the faces are a little smushed because Ruby's tends to crush as many masks as they possibly can into the tiniest possible box to save money on shipping and packing and storage and so forth. And as a result, sometimes the masks get all smashed out of shape, which can often be repaired with a blow dryer. Just heat them up a little and stretch them out into shape. What I like to do when the masks do get here and they're kind of smushed and crushed and squished and squashed, etc., is overstuff them carefully with lots and lots of plastic shopping bags like you get at your local mall. Wad them up and stuff them in there and make sure you've got them in the right places, stuffed in carefully so that they hold all the squished parts out like they're supposed to be. Leave it that way for a few days, 5-6 days, a week maybe, and it should be fine after that. Sometimes that does the trick. But you know, this one looks really nice to me, but I'm afraid if you order one, you might not get one that looks as good as this, and then you'll be cursing the day I was born, because you'll say, well, that idiot on those videos in his library full of masks up there told me to buy this, and look at it. You know, well, if that happens, try heating it up with a blow dryer if there are creases and distortions in it. Try stuffing it out carefully and leaving it that way for a few days. And before that even happens, my real recommendation would be, if you can possibly score one of these where you can see it first and hold it in your hands and decide for yourself whether you're going to be able to live with it or not, my biggest recommendation would be to do that, to find it at a costume shop in a city that is, you know, Schmidlap's costume shop, and you can just go in there and look at however many of these they might have in stock and choose the best one. or ask them to order one for you. If you buy one online or through a mail order catalog or anything like that, I would make sure first that the seller has an exchange policy, because some of these look wonderful, some of them, eh. Now, I have some experience with masks and mask making and mask painting and all that, so I can usually fix up a mask that doesn't look so hot. But I realize not everybody has an airbrush workshop in their houses, and not everybody can easily repair masks that need a little TLC. But if you can, you're good to go if you have an airbrush and that sort of thing. But if not, yeah, I think your best bet is to see if you can find one of these someplace that you can actually see it and get your hands on it before you purchase it, because the quality is not always as good, which is a real shame, because to get this for $30 is really pretty amazing. This is a lot of mask for $30. I've had it since 2002. It still looks like brand new. It still looks great. The horns are holding up great. There's no cracking or deterioration or anything. So really, it shows you just how nicely these things can be done by rubies, and what a great job they can do when they put their minds to it. Unfortunately, as I mentioned at the beginning of this rant, the quality is all over the place, so you can't be assured of getting one that looks as good as this one. But I wish you luck in that. If you are a Star Wars nerd like myself, maybe if you're a bigger Star Wars nerd than myself, maybe you know if they've finally decided on a correct pronunciation for his name, and maybe you know I said it wrong all those times. I don't know, but it's something like SaeSee Tiin or SaeSee Tiin. But whatever his name is, he's a very cool mask, at least if you get one that's, you know, that's not too crushed out of shape or damaged or anything. But be careful when you buy one, but for heaven's sake, buy one if you're a Star Wars fan or just a fan of strange aliens, because as the Jedi creatures go, I think he's one of the more impressive masks that they've done. He's large too. He's a big, good sized mask with some padding, some foam going on in there. Amazing that you could score something like this for in the neighborhood of 30 to 35 bucks or so. And maybe next time we'll discuss metaphors. And until then, metaphors be with you.